Have you ever wondered how Stoicism could change your life? Stoicism, a school of thought, born in the bustling markets of ancient Greece, has been a beacon of wisdom for over 2 millennia. It's not just a philosophical theory, but a practical guide to living, a toolkit for a life well lived. Stoicism teaches us to live according to reason, to accept what we cannot control, and to strive for inner peace amidst the chaos of life. These age-old principles are still relevant today, helping millions navigate the trials and tribulations of modern existence. Whether it's dealing with stress, seeking tranquility, or striving for self-improvement, Stoicism has answers. It's not about suppressing emotions, but understanding and managing them, turning obstacles into opportunities. So if you're ready for a profound shift in perspective, a shift that can empower you to lead a more fulfilling life, then you're in the right place. Let's dive into some lesser-known lessons from Stoicism that can make a significant difference in your life. The first lesson is about acceptance. What does it mean to truly accept life as it is? Let's delve into the Stoic lesson of acceptance. Stoicism teaches us that life is filled with situations that are beyond our control. The weather, traffic, other people's actions, these are all things we cannot dictate. But what we can dictate is our reaction to them. This is where acceptance comes into play. Acceptance is not about passive resignation, but rather about understanding the nature of things. It's about acknowledging that some things are beyond our control and choosing to focus on what we can control, our own actions and reactions. Why is acceptance so important? Because it leads to peace of mind. When you're not constantly battling against reality, you're free to focus your energy on more productive pursuits. You're free to enjoy life as it unfolds with all its ups and downs. Let's look at some examples of how to practice acceptance in daily life. When you're stuck in traffic, instead of getting frustrated, accept that it's out of your control and use this time to listen to an audiobook or simply enjoy the moment. When someone is rude to you, instead of letting it ruin your day, accept that their actions are their own and choose to respond with kindness. Acceptance isn't about giving up, it's about understanding and working with reality, not against it. This, my friends, is the power of acceptance. Ever heard of the Stoic Art of Indifference? Well, it's not about apathy or a lack of empathy, but rather the ability to maintain emotional stability amidst life's storms. Indifference in the Stoic sense is about understanding that you can't control everything in your life, but you can control how you respond to it. It's about recognizing that external events, whether they're good or bad, don't define you or your happiness. Imagine you're stuck in a traffic jam. You can choose to be frustrated, honk your horn, and let your blood pressure rise, or you can choose to be indifferent. You can accept the situation, put on some calming music, and enjoy the extra time you get to yourself. Or consider this. You've been working tirelessly on a project, but in the end, someone else gets the credit. It's easy to feel slighted, but Stoicism suggests practicing indifference. It's not about shrugging off your feelings, but about realizing that recognition is an external factor that you can't control. What you can control is your effort, your dedication, and your integrity. Indifference also helps in maintaining relationships. When a friend or loved one upsets you, rather than letting their actions dictate your feelings, you can choose to be indifferent. You can choose to let go of resentment and to focus on the love and respect that underlies your relationship. Indifference in Stoicism doesn't mean not caring. It's about not letting external events disrupt your inner peace. What if I told you that detachment could set you free? This isn't about apathy or indifference. No, it's about the Stoic principle of detachment, a liberating practice that can free you from the weight of unnecessary worries. Think about it. We often entangle ourselves in a web of expectations, desires, and fears, which only serve to limit our happiness and peace of mind. The Stoics taught that by practicing detachment, we can loosen these ties, allowing ourselves to flow with the natural course of life. Detachment, in this sense, is about recognizing what is within our control and what isn't, then letting go of the latter. So how can we incorporate this principle into our daily lives? Start by identifying the things you cling to, the things that cause you stress or anxiety. Once identified, question their importance. Ask yourself, is this really worth my peace of mind? Next, practice acceptance. Accept that many things in life are beyond your control. This doesn't mean giving up, but rather acknowledging the reality and focusing your energy on what you can actually influence. Finally, cultivate mindfulness. Being present in the moment allows you to detach from past regrets and future anxieties. It frees you to live fully in the here and now, embracing life as it unfolds without the weight of unnecessary attachments. Detachment in Stoicism is about liberating yourself from the chains of unnecessary attachments. Embrace this freedom and marvel at the serenity it brings. How much value do you place on humility? In the Stoic philosophy, humility is more than just a virtue. It's a critical tool for personal growth. Stoics understood that humility allows us to acknowledge our limitations, learn from our mistakes, and continually strive to better ourselves without falling into the trap of arrogance or complacency. But how can we cultivate humility? In our daily lives, it starts by recognizing that we're not the center of the universe. We're part of a larger whole, interconnected with others and the world around us. Next, we must accept that we don't know everything, and that's okay. Embracing our ignorance can be a powerful motivator for learning and self-improvement. Finally, we should practice gratitude regularly. By appreciating what we have, we can keep our ego in check and foster a sense of contentment. Humility in Stoicism is the cornerstone of personal growth and self-improvement. How disciplined are you? It's a question that might catch you off guard, but it's a crucial one to consider. In the world of Stoicism, self-discipline is revered as a cardinal virtue, a cornerstone of a fulfilling life. It's not about punishing yourself or denying yourself joy, but rather about understanding your impulses and learning to control them. It's about harnessing the power of your own will and steering your life in the direction you want it to go. Let's think about it this way. Imagine your mind as a chariot and your impulses as horses. Self-discipline is the rein you hold, guiding those horses, guiding your mind towards the path you've chosen rather than letting them run wild. It's about being the master of your own life, not a passive passenger. So how can we build this self-discipline? It's a muscle, and like any muscle, it needs to be exercised. Start small. Choose one area in your life where you'd like to have more control and practice discipline there. Maybe it's reducing your screen time or making time for daily exercise. Whatever it is, be consistent. Consistency is the heart of self-discipline. Remember, in the grand scheme of things, self-discipline is not just about achieving goals. It's about crafting the life you want to live, about attaining a sense of peace and fulfillment. Self-discipline in Stoicism is the key to achieving your goals and living a fulfilled life. Do you value silence? In the realm of Stoicism, silence is more than just the absence of noise. It's a practice, a discipline, a source of wisdom. The Stoics understood that silence is a space where we can listen, reflect, and gain clarity. It's in the quiet moments that we can truly hear our own thoughts, free from the cacophony of the world around us. Consider the power of silence in your daily life. When in conversation, try allowing a pause before responding. This simple act can lead to more thoughtful, measured responses, or perhaps dedicate a period each day for silence. In this quietude, you may discover insights that were drowned out by the noise of your routine. Remember, silence isn't about shutting out the world, but about creating a space for understanding. It's an opportunity to cultivate wisdom, to observe without reaction, to gain clarity without distortion. Silence in Stoicism is the path to wisdom and clarity. So what's the takeaway from these Stoic lessons you've never heard about? Let's take a moment to reflect on the key points we've explored. The power of acceptance encourages us to embrace reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. The art of indifference teaches us to differentiate between what's within our control and what isn't, thereby liberating us from unnecessary worry. The freedom of detachment allows us to remain unaffected by external circumstances, helping us maintain an inner calm. The value of humility reminds us to stay grounded and appreciate the simple things in life. The importance of self-discipline shows us the path to mastering our desires, leading to a fulfilling life. And the wisdom of silence instructs us to listen more and talk less, fostering deeper understanding and empathy. Practicing these teachings of Stoicism can pave the way for a profound journey of self-improvement. Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a way of life that leads to peace, wisdom, and personal growth.